Hello and welcome to Knowledge Nuggets with Kyron Technology. Today we're going to show you how to back up the contents of your PC's hard drive using Google Drive. So today we're going to go over how to use Google Drive to back up our PC's hard drive, primarily our photos and documents and anything else that you might want to add. First step is to open a new browser window and enter the URL google.com/drive/download. And that ensures that we go to the correct URL, which has the direct link to download Drive for desktop. So go ahead and click that. Give it a few seconds to download. And when it does, you're just going to double click the executable at the bottom of the screen. Say OK to any kind of security features that might pop up. And you can choose the relevant options here. Add an application shortcut to your desktop. Probably not necessary for most users. Add desktop shortcuts to Google Docs, Sheets, and Slides. This is a free suite of Office products that most folks can find use for. So I would go ahead and leave that checked and hit install. This usually only takes a couple seconds. And once it's done, you'll see at the bottom how to get the most out of Google Drive. It'll pop up down there, and you'll see the icon has been added to your taskbar at the bottom. Go ahead and click that. Hit the settings option over here. Open up your preferences. You can take the tour if you'd like. I do find it useful for new users, but for this we're going to say no thanks, because the important part is adding a folder. And maybe you can hear my kitty cat Pepper. She's in the background voicing her support. So the first thing we're going to do is back up our pictures folder and select. And instead of backing that up with Google Drive, we're going to back up to Google Photos. Slightly different function, but same purpose. So we get our pictures backed up there to Google Photos. In the Drive folder, though, we're going to add another one. We're going to go to Documents. Select Folder. And we're going to leave that connected to sync with Google Drive. Say Done. And we're going to add our Musics folder as well, just in case someone has a good collection they want to store. Again, we're going to leave that with Google Drive. Another folder that you might want to back up is your desktop. That's a fairly common one for most folks to store files on, even if they're not long-term important. And the last thing we're going to do is add the Videos folder. But again, in that case, we're going to back up to Photos, not Drive. And we'll go ahead and hit Save. And make sure that everything looks good. Under Google Drive, Folders from Drive, you can determine whether you want to mirror or stream your files that are in the cloud already. This gets into slightly more complicated and involved settings, so we're going to leave that alone for today. But for what we needed to do today, we're just showing that my laptop is backed up here. And what's going to happen is when you go back to the Google Drive website, drive.google.com, and log in, you'll then be greeted with all sorts of good stuff. But what you want to focus on is going over on the left-hand side to Computers. And from there, you'll see whatever you named your particular device at setup. And you can see for myself, I have my laptop. You can see folders that are on the desktop, if there were any. My documents, again, there's not much on here because this is just a demo unit. And my music, there's nothing there either. But if we go to photos.google.com, you'll see something slightly different. Remember, this is where we set up the photos and videos to be backed up to. And you can see quite a few items here. So that's about all there is to it. Hopefully that saves you some headaches in the future. And have a great day.